Good day, my people and tribal members of the Confederate Tribe of Warm Springs. My name is Mike Clements. I'm a tribal member here in Warm Springs, and my number is 526. I'm presently working with a group of people as a spokesman in serving that group. We have a petition amendment with regard to our tribal constitution and bylaws. And it's our intent to see that we can create together with the people a new system to put in place our tribal leadership that we believe can work on our behalf to accomplish those things that are stated in our constitution and bylaws, in the preamble and the objectives that are in the front sections of that document, to meet the needs, the betterment, and the well-being of the people. We are concerned at this time that those things in our major document, the Constitution and bylaws, are not being carried out. In our document, every member that's 18 years of age and older has the opportunity and right to recommend amendments. And so in our discussions as tribal members here, we've created a proposal to bring to the people and the membership on reforming our government that will produce the outcomes as stated in our Constitution and bylaws. In doing so, we must follow federal regulations because our tribe, under the Indian Reorganization Act of 1934, adopted our Constitution under federal regulation. So in order to amend it, we have to follow that federal regulation, and we're doing so. And in that effort, we have to create a petition that goes out to the people for signature that will allow an election to take place to consider our proposal. And this is what we're in the process of doing. And the petition is created to clarify those sections of our Constitution and bylaws, which in this case is Article 4, Organization of Tribal Council. In that section there are 11 components, and we're offering those components to be amended to allow us to work in a unified manner and select leadership that we believe could be qualified to carry out the dreams and the objectives we have in our Constitution and bylaws. In order to do that, we believe that there are many qualified members that could carry out this work. But to do so, we must place them into a system that allows them to work in a unified manner. And in doing so, work for all the members and not as we see ourselves today, struggling with our district differences, our chieftain differences, and the other things that stop us from working together. But in order to work together, we have to come together and, we believe, select that qualified leadership. And in doing so, we must also provide them a way to live their life in a manner with their family and amongst the people in a way that they can carry themselves from day to day. So we're recommending a salaried position for those individuals, and they would serve us on the council but not hold any other positions within the tribal structure. Now we have to also think of a day when they'd go back to that work, and we believe that can be done within the personnel policy manuals. So the salary is a very key component, we believe, to a commitment to serve the people and carry out those objectives stated by the people in the membership. We're also concerned at this time about the people's rights. And it is our observation, at least at this time, that our government is at a point in time when it is oppressing the people. We're an example that our leadership is not allowing us to put this information to share with you in our tribal newspaper or on our tribal radio station or to assemble in places where, or encourage coming together through the body of the council or some other traditional leadership to talk about this proposed betterment. And in doing so, that leadership rather stands in our way to silence us. And they also remain silent themselves, and non-communication exists from our governing body, and we don't hear much about how we can better ourselves to the future. So in the Bill of Rights to our people, and in unifying and selecting our leadership, we want to create the outcome of reality of our preamble statement in our Constitution and those objectives by offering this new way of reforming our government and working together. And what we ask from the membership and our people is to participate, to be open, to open your heart and your minds, to talk about how can we better the lives of our people and our membership in our confederacy of all three tribes. Although we all claim in our heart to be one member of one tribe or a family or a clan, our Constitution brings us together as one and gives us the power and ability to work together for the betterment of all. And so we ask you to join into it with us on that discussion and take our proposal under consideration, and if it can meet the requirement of a betterment and a well-being of our people into the future, that it could be put in place and voted on by the membership in an election to amend our Constitution. And so we ask you to read it, consider it, and think about signing the petition. But we also ask you to let us come into your homes, to come into your neighborhoods, and let's talk. Let's talk within district meetings. Let's talk in general council if our leadership would have the ability to lead us. And let us talk about this betterment for tomorrow. It doesn't mean getting rid of our districts or getting rid of our chieftainships. We can still have all the cultural and traditional life we lead within our tribes, but we have to work together and continue to sustain those in ourselves as a people. But we see our government struggling. We see ourselves, which was once a nation of leadership across the country, that was envied and praised by all other Indian nations as being the example of how to meet the needs of your people and how to be a model government. And where today we hear the story in our national meetings and some of our area meetings of our tribe struggling and now being a tribe of not being able to meet the needs of our people. And so this concerns us, and we want to bring this to you as our fellow members. Each and every one of us, as a tribal member, 18 and over, have the right to amend our Constitution. But all of us, every individual that's a member under our Constitution, regardless of age, has the right to speak and state our concerns and issues in the way that we see ourselves in life. And so we want to open this up to you in our manner of working with you. We do have a website that we will announce shortly in a way for people to connect, to join in on the discussion, but also in our traditional and cultural way of meeting together and talking about our care and love for one another and how can we do things in a better way. We want to offer this proposal and amendment proposition to you. So we thank you for your listening to us, and we wish you a great day.